let's see where we are. So last stream we worked on the add screen, and let's actually open Figma so we can keep track of what we need to do. There we go. So we worked on the add screen. Let me remove the UI. Currently what's missing and what we implemented so far is the custom input that's on the right hand side, and we used, let's see, unstyled text field. This is our widget, our composable. It uses the basic text field, but we are overriding some of the properties in order to make it look like it's unstyled, right? Because by default it adds the background, it adds the the underline, etc. So yeah, here's what we have so far. These are the notes, and we are missing the recurrence, the date, and the category fields. So we'll be working on that today. So for recurrence and category, we need a simple drop down. I'm not even sure if there's like a built-in component from Jetpack Compose. So we'll do some research first. And for the date, it's your good old date picker. That's it. And then we're missing the, we open Figma back up. There we go. The submit expense button just below the form there. It needs to be 32 pixels apart. Okay, so I would start by adding that. Here's our the second column is our field. So what we can do is just add the button below it. And guess what? We still haven't added any buttons in our app. So let's see. Let me bring up a Chrome window. There we go. Jetpack Compose button. Let's see what the native button looks like, and how can we actually change its appearance. As you can see, like the native one. Hey Kaloyan, how's it going? The native one is pretty much something similar to what we need in our app. Yeah, so we can use this. We can use the ordinary button. And also, this is like the only classic button throughout the whole app. We don't have any more buttons. If you count these, the swipe actions, I'm not sure how they're called. Call these buttons. But yeah, this is the only button, so I'm not going to necessarily bother creating a separate component for it. We can just do it inline. Okay, so on click, we'll see about that. And inside, probably we want a text, and that text should say submit expense. Okay, let's see what we get. There we go. Okay, so this is our main column. As you can see, it aligns the items to the left side, right? Here, what we need to do is change up, just change the radius, right? Because everything else looks pretty much okay. It is the primary button. I'm not going to stress over the font weight and the font size and all these things. I think it's okay just to like change the border radius and just center it here and make room, make like a 32 pixels room. So we already got 16 from the column, from the form. What we can do is, let's see, what we can do is add a modifier, and we can do padding, and then just add an additional 16. Nope, okay. I want to learn and like figure out when does applying changes and restart activity work, and when it doesn't. If you know the answer, let me know. Okay, there we go. I know that previews are pretty useful in that case. I need to like bake it into my habits of, building, and using the previews. So it'll be super fast, like we can only see the button here and that would be it, or like the whole screen. And for this case, we just need a nav controller in order to make that a preview. I don't know, let's actually try. Let's actually try. So we'll open here. We're gonna call the add with nav controller, and we can just like create one. So add preview, add composable, preview add, and then we can render the add where the nav controller would be remember not what was the let's see, let's go back to the main activity. Remember nav controller, yes. So we don't actually need that one, exactly that one, so we can just do this. There's an issue. Okay, this is our file, as you can see here. I'm not sure what the error is. Okay, let's check that out. So Jetpack compose preview. Let's see, maybe we're missing something. Yeah, it is just add preview and that's it. We need to do, oh sorry, I need to get that out of my habits. So navigation, just nav controller equals remember nav controller, and use that here. Maybe that's the case. No, it still actually complains about it. Maybe this is the thing that we changed previously in like one of the previous streams about the configuration of Jetpack Compose or something like that, or Kotlin. No class definition found. Let me Google this real quick. Thrown if the Java virtual machine or a class loader instance tries to load the definition of a class as part of the normal method call or as part of the creating a new instance using the new expression. Okay. In preview. Oh, hold on. This is to Android, so we'll do Jetpack Compose preview. Okay. It's an own bug. We zoom in. So it's not really the error that we're experiencing. They claim that we can try to build the project. Make, okay, make is built. Let's see. Come on. Still the same error. And I'm not sure where, it doesn't give us any lines, like where and on which line the error actually happens. It's a render problem. Yeah, I'm not so sure. Actually, wait a minute. My camera is on top of the log. Android OS extensions, SDK extensions. No class definition found. No clue. Guess this might be from the... It could be connected with the build Gradle. Like one of our Gradle. Maybe there's like a version mismatch or something like that. This is like the debug implementation. And there's like a debug API. We only have implementation. We don't... Okay, we do have the debug implementation at the bottom. Okay, so... I believe... we already have that, right? Line 57... Oh, you're right. There we go. Now, I don't know which one should be. What is the latest? 190, and this plus would be 190, right? Stick with 170. Okay, I'm going to remove this. Synchronize our project, and maybe we'll get the preview working. Thanks, Air. Let's see. Okay, we're still struggling. No, there we go. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Now in the preview, that was it. We can use previews now. All right. Thanks again, Eric Hogan. Yeah. Show background is true, and then the not system UI but the theme UI mode equals UI mode night. Yes. And this should make a dark mode, right? Okay. What we should do as well is maybe, you know, use our theme. Goodbye money. Yeah, let's use our theme so we can have the right colors. There we go. There we go. This is exactly what we needed. Awesome. All right, so I'm gonna move this, make more room for us. We can see, yeah, my camera is not in the way. Cool. So what we need to do now is make this column its horizontal arrangement. Make like set it to center horizontally. So the submit expense should come on the, be like here at the center. There we go. Okay, let's clean this up. Is there a faster way to do this? There we go. Okay, I remember that we're using the Visual Studio Code, so Option, Shift, and F will format our whole file. That's awesome. Okay, so if I click on this button, as we can see, we have interaction enabled. And we have our button, but it doesn't look like, let me see, it doesn't look like it's being pressed, or the animation is like too subtle to actually, let's see. No, it's actually okay. Yeah, this is decent. Okay, cool. Gonna stop it. Turn off. Is this how you turn off? Power. Okay, I guess it's turned off. And we'll open our split view right here, and do the radius. No? Oh, maybe it's the shape. Corner. Yeah, there we go. Shape. Around it. Corner. Shape. And we want to do the size. And the size, we already have that defined in the shape. Probably we'll stick with large. 10 dp. Let me check. It is 10. Okay, so let's do shapes.large. Shapes.large. Okay, let's see if that gets fixed. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, but we're still not getting it. Oh, I don't actually need this wrapper. There we go. Just shapes.large. Yeah, I thought it was just a value, but there we go. Much nicer. Much nicer. Sweet. All right. I think we're ready to start working on the drop downs. So let's do a quick research if we have anything built in. Let's do Jetpack, compose, drop down, or like select menu, something like this. Yeah. Here's the values. There's an icon button. And there's a drop-down menu, which gets controlled if it's expanded or not. It gets controlled by just a mutable state. Yeah, a state variable. And when we press on the button, we set that state to true, and the drop-down opens. Okay. We can work with this, but is there like a different way? We know there's a drop-down menu. What if there's like Jetpack, compose, select? It's only the menu, I guess. And you need to figure it out how to open it. That's all right. That's all right. Okay, let's get in. We've got the amount, we've got the divider, and we've got the recurrence. This is where we basically need to add this. So we'll do a button here, and inside we'll do a drop down menu. But first, we want to add a text as well. So let's add a text, select, or like we'll do none, not nano, but none. Aside from this, we want to use an unstyled button. We would like to use an unstyled button because this one adds that little blue background. Is there button, elevated button, filled icon button, toggle, outlines, radio, text button? Yeah. Let's go with a text button. Yeah. Let's see. And what is the constructor? On click modifier, pretty much the same. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. And it's also centered. Nice. Okay. This is exactly what we need. We can set this to none, but then we can introduce more state variables and all these things in so it can help us, you know. But then yeah, at the end of the day, we're going to use a local database to read this, so we don't even need to bother. In the case of recurrence, it's always going to be a certain set of recurrences. Okay, let's work on the menu. We've got a drop-down menu where we can have, let's actually connect it first. I would like to see it connected. Here's the text button. can I do it here? And does it make sense to do it here? Like recurrence menu opened equals remember by, oh, just var by remember, and then we have this. Okay, instead of file we need to use var. I need to refresh my memory on var versus val. By remember, and then we have mutable state of, we'll set the false as the initial, var expanded by remember, var the name by remember. Okay, and this is complaining now. JS term var is the let and val is the const. All right, cool, yeah. But then we have something else, like what if I do val and then do this? Okay, it's still going to be the same. Okay, cool. But then we have sometimes we have the by, sometimes we have the equals, and yeah, I need to see what's the, you know, what's the difference between those two. So let's see, mutable state of false. All right, let's see if we replace. It actually works. Okay, I have no idea why. Now try to reassign it. Good. Let's see. So for example, when we click it, we want to do recurrence menu opened equals true, and it's gonna start to screen, right? Yeah. The Boolean literal does not conform to the expected type of mutable state of Boolean. Okay. So the type of the, I need dot value. Oh, that was the, yeah, I remember now. So basically equals, yeah, equals returns us the whole state object, and if we want to access the value, we need to be explicit about it. But if we do by, it in a way it unwraps it, so we only get the value. We can do this now. But let's see what this issue is. The type variable has no method get value of nothing. Oh, I need to import a bunch of stuff, I guess. Yeah. Imports. Let's clean this up. Remember, no, that was not the nav controller. Probably runtime, or I don't know, doesn't matter. We got it working. Where are we now? There we go. So when we click on the text button, we're going to open the menu, and when we dismiss the menu, we want to set the recurrence menu open back to false. There we go. Now we are ready to add some menu items. There is a drop-down menu item widget that we can use. Let me zoom in. There's a drop-down menu item that we can use. That's going to, yeah, that's going to allow us to select to make the selection basically. And inside we need a text. Okay. Drop-down menu item. The by keyword is what's called property delegation. Yeah, I need to look into that. But I like that, you know, there's like two different ways. And in terms of the var versus val, you explained it perfectly. Var is like yeah, var is like let, and val is like const. So if we do val, then we cannot reassign this because it's constant. So we need to do var in this case. But if we did val and we did equals and we did dot value, is it going to complain? No, right? Because we are not reassigning the variable itself, right? The object. We are changing some of the properties, like a property of that object's value. So if we go with val, we need to make sure that it goes with equals but not by, right? because it's not gonna work this way. We cannot reassign a constant value. Okay, we're gonna go back to this way because I think it's the cleanest. Okay, drop down menu item. There's a, it's just a text, but it's only an on click. So I'm just gonna remove the text and expand it and just add the text there. None. Does it accept that? No, it doesn't. So it has to be, okay, it has to be in a property. In that case, text equals to this text. There's one. We got daily. We got weekly. We got monthly. I'm not sure if we did yearly. Let's see. I think we didn't have yearly here in the ad screen. Come on now. There we go. Ad screen. None. Oh, we do have yearly. Okay. Weekly, monthly, and then at the end, yearly. Nice. So let's check this out. We're waiting on the. Would have been faster if I run it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so if I click on the none button here, should have seen the menu pop up, right? Let's see. Let's check it out in the actual simulator. But I feel like we should have seen it. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. The expanded is always false. There we go. My bad. Just gonna stop this and we can continue using the split view. My bad. Yeah, it was always false. Even though we changed the value of our recurrence menu opened, it's still false. Oh man. How wrong can I get? Okay, let's use the simulator in that case. There we go. Yeah, I assume that maybe the preview doesn't show, you know, menus and drop downs and stuff like that. But okay, we got this working. Cool. Okay, so in this case, what we can do, probably up here at the top, we can do selected recurrence. Okay, I remember. Then we can say mutable state of none. Whenever we introduce the data structures for our recurrence and the expenses and whatnot, we need to go back and refactor that. Okay, so in this case, the text should be selected recurrence. And the on-click method of these should actually, yeah, maybe it's better if we create a list of all of the view models later on. I'm not sure if I haven't worked with view models, so I don't know the benefits. I don't even know how the approach. But if you think that we should be using view models, maybe that's like the way. Maybe we should explore that. Gordon Fry, hey, thanks for stopping by, man. Thanks for stopping by. Definitely, Android almost relies on them. Okay, well, in that case, yeah, let's look into using view models. I'm gonna do some research tomorrow and during the weekend. So on like Tuesday, on the next episode, we can start, you know, implementing view models. And I believe this screen would be the perfect candidate for that, because we're basically, you know, taking data from the user, and then we have an action that does something. Yeah, so instead of just having all of the state variables here in the screen, we can have a view model. Yeah. Okay, for now, I don't know. For now, let's just like make it work. So I'm gonna create an array of recurrences. I'm just gonna steal these. Like this. For example, if you have data on the screen and rotate the device, for example, you'll reset its configuration or even crash the app. But the view model prevents that. Oh, so you mean if we have the selected recurrence set to some of the recurrences, and if we rotate the orientation, it's gonna go back to none? That is not good. We must have view models in that case. That is a must. Gordon, it is Kotlin. This is Kotlin, and it is the new way of building Android apps. Okay. This is none, or we can do like recurrences of 0. So we can link it up. It definitely does for XML. Okay, yeah. It's good to be aware of that though. Okay. Got our menu items here, so we can do recurrences for each. We'll get our recurrence, and then we are going to render just one item without needing to render all of them. We'll set the text here, and on click, we'll say, let me open this up so we have more room. On click, we'll say selected recurrence equals the recurrence, but then also we want to do expanded recurrence menu open equals false. So we want to reset the open menu. How do you plan to move your brilliant studio with yourself? Yeah, I'll just get the electronics, you know, the camera, the lights, my ergonomic stand, and whatever, you know, whatever I can carry. But the rest of the studio is going to stay here, I'm afraid. I'm gonna have to rebuild my studio when I get there. So it's not gonna be the same. Sadly, it's not gonna be the same. Okay, there's our recurrence. We'll select monthly. Boom, there we go. Nice and easy. Let's see if the persistence issue is here. So we're gonna rotate it to the left. I'm not sure we even have the... Oh yeah, there was an icon. Yeah, it's none. So you're right. We set it to monthly and then bring it back. There we go. We lose the value. Okay, good to know. And the timing of the stream will be awful. Yeah, I know. I mean, I'll still try to remain, you know, like keep the timing as much as I can. But we'll see, yeah. Canada is far away from Macedonia, really, really far away. I think it's like at the other side of the world. Okay, but yeah, Eric Hogan, you were right. We are losing the value. So we need to look into, let's actually do a little to-do, refactor this into a view model, because we're losing the values when changing orientation. I'm gonna drop this below. There we go. Yeah, okay. This is our to do for the next stream. And in the meantime, I just wanna, you know, just like explore view models, read about them, see what they're about, and so I'll be more ready to actually refactor that portion there. But this is okay, right? We're just like looking at the UI. This is okay. The menu it's using a weird gray color. Should we? I mean, it's like a cold gray. Yeah. Should we be looking into that or not? Because the menus have been the least consistent pieces of UI, like UI elements, in the previous 4 apps that I've built. Yeah, let's not care about that. Okay, we need something similar for the categories, right? So just give me a second. And in this case, we're going to be reading the categories from the local database. I used RealmDB in the previous apps, in like SwiftUI and React Native and Flutter. I'm not sure what we should use in our Jetpack Compose. If we have RealmDB, we can keep using RealmDB. If not, we'll use something else. But yeah, the idea is to just have a local database. No backend, no sync, no anything like that. Okay, let's refactor this now and call this the categories menu opened. You talked about how SwiftUI is bad, but why is that? It's not bad. It's not bad. It takes a bit more time to get used to it and, you know, to really grab a hold of the framework. The learning curve is much steeper than, you know, than the rest of the frameworks. It's not like bad. I mean, it still needs some time to evolve. That's for sure. For example, there's this SwiftUI components. There was like a website. Oh yeah, there's a there was another more, you know, safer for work website domain. It was just like the different domain, but yeah, this has all of the SwiftUI components mapped out to the old UIKit components. And check this out. For example, the UI search controller is still, let me remove myself. Yeah, the UI search controller is still not mapped out, right? There is no component for the UI search. There's the image picker, video editor, activity view, right? There are no components, like there are no SwiftUI components for these types of components. And some of them, for example, the collection view, you've got lazy vertical and horizontal grids. And I don't think it functions like that. Yeah, there's no SwiftUI view replacement for this, but you can simulate some layout with composing of a list. So like we now have lazy vertical and horizontal grids, right? It's still not going to be the same. Yeah, I was impressed with how much functionality you get out of SwiftUI that you would think that would be hard, but it's just one line of code. There are 2 narrow paddings on the left and right side of the container. True, this is why I was thinking too, but like Lazar said, it's still pretty young. Yeah, almost. Actually, most declarative UI frameworks are work in progress. They are. I think we still have like a few years in order to get there, and yeah, we're gonna have to wait. But yeah, SwiftUI, there are some stuff that, you know, still not done, and you can't really go in production and like, okay, we're moving to SwiftUI and that's it, right? You'll have some of the, you know, like you'll need to do make compromises, like in the collection view controller, or not even have the ability to use the search, image, video. There is the ability to use UIKit elements within Swift UI to like create a wrapper. But yeah, there we go. Eric Hogan's production iOS app has a large variety of Swift UI and UI kit. You still need to combine them, right? I thought the same. Like you can't really get rid of UI kit in total. I remember there was a way to wrap UI kit elements with and use them in your Swift UI project. In some of the cases, you would have to do that. But yeah, that's the current state. Lots of compose and lots of XML. That's good to know. Yeah, that's good to know actually. All right, where are we? We've got the categories menu open. We'll refactor this. That's good. The text should not be selected recurrence, of course. It should be like a selected. Let's do like categories and we'll just mock them for the time being. I don't know, groceries, bills, what else do we know? Hobbies, takeout food, that's about it. Okay. And then we'll have the selected category. There's a typo. By remember. Mutable state off, and we'll just do categories. Give me the first element. And we can replace the recurrences here. Selected category and also categories. There we go. Yeah, that's a good question. Isn't compose a full replacement of XML? I mean, what can you do in XML that you can't do in compose? That is a good question, Kalyan. Let's see. It's not a matter of one being more capable. Compose is so new and the app is almost 10 years old. Just a lot of migration that's involved. Ah, okay, got it. But could you be like, if you would start a native app today, could you build the same app that's in question? Like the 10-year-old app, could you build that entirely with Jetpack Compose? Like, will you be able to do that? Yeah, of course. That's good then. Yeah. That's good. Groceries, bills, hobbies, takeout. And one other thing we can do here with the menu item is actually change the color, because we have, let's go back. Oh no, not really. iPhone 14 Pro. I had a different device, I think it was like the Pro Max. The Flutter version is there. Now I just want to show you what I mean. We got colors, right? So groceries is a category, and when we create the categories, we also assign a color to it. See? And for example, if category is this blue color and like groceries is like the bills is blue, groceries is this green color, we can use that to inside of the picker itself. But it looks like the Flutter app is not in this simulator. All right, I need to install the Flutter app. Which one is this? Yeah, that is the React Native one. Okay. But yeah, basically we can show a little green, or like just change the text color of the picker and probably add a little circle that would indicate and like be painted with the color, the actual color. We have the text here, but it requires us to return a composable. So we can return a row in our case. where we can return the text, but then we can also return like a circle shape, right? No. How can we draw a circle? Let's see, Jetpack, compose, draw a circle. Custom shapes. Not on a canvas though. Just as a... Let's see, Eric Hogan, I probably would do it all in Compose now because it's where Android is heading. XML was the old way, Compose is the newer way. And I've all forgot to mention, if you change the shape of the text button, it will change the hover shape when you tap a button. What do you mean? If we change the shape of the text button, it will change the hover shape when you tap. Oh yeah, so there's like the little blue... Yeah, I'm not sure what we should put there. I mean, we can like reuse this shape or... Yeah. Let's actually do that. We've got the button here. There's the text button. We'll just add this shape and be good. There's the other one. Reloads. Yep, there we go. I mean, we could use some padding and stuff like that, but let's worry about that a bit later. I'm trying to draw a circle now. Surface. We can use a surface. So, surface, and that surface is going to have a size. No, not width. Modifier, sorry. Modifier equals modifier width. I want to say 10 dp. Can we do, instead of width, can we do size? Yeah, 10 dp. We want to use a circle shape. A circle shape, rounded corner shape, cannot be invoked as a function. So just like this, I guess. And then what are we missing? We're missing some content, but we don't want to put content inside. What else do we want? We want the background color. How do we... Just the color, okay. So the color would be, I don't know. Let's use the primary one. Just so we can see it. But then we can use something else. Yeah, okay, this works. This works. Now, what we want to do... Now I'm just gonna close the simulator. Oh, I remember that we don't have the menu opens. It's this one. Yeah. Okay, so the vertical, not scroll. Oh, wait a minute. Align, vertical alignments. Should be centered vertically. Alignments, dot center vertically. Still loading. Yeah, there we go. And we can also add a modifier to the text. We just want to do the start padding. Let's add 8 density pixels and then we'll see if it makes sense. Yeah, it's all right. So imagine this, you know, this circle is going to change color for every category, right? So for example, if bills are red, then this circle is gonna be red. If the hobbies is yellow, then it's gonna be yellow. And it's easier to spot, you know, when you're basically color coding your categories. It's much easier to spot categories. Okay, let's see. I've got a meeting in 30 minutes, right? So we should be, yeah. We've got 30 more minutes. Sealed classes. Oh, nice. What are the sealed classes? Like you can't extend them? You can inherit from them, something like that? You know, so yeah. Maybe, you know, I'll just for the fun we can use, because we're gonna use enums and we're gonna use them for our recurrences, because we got like these 5 recurrences. We got none, daily, you know. You almost never use enums in modern Android. That's good, yeah. We can use the sealed classes to actually define our constant list of values for our recurrences. Right? That's good, yeah. Gordon asked, what is the color, the tool for zooming in and checking a team? Yeah, it's, what was the name? SIP, I think. Yeah, it's called SIP. And I have it on my Command Shift C. So it is basically a color picker. But I use it to zoom in. It's mostly for you. So you can see, you know, what I'm seeing, but better. Because I think this is too tiny for you to see. Okay, this is good. And we need a date picker now. Right now we're just we just like build the UI. We're just building the UI, so we don't care about like data and functionality. We're gonna use view models for our data, and also check out the sealed classes for the, let's see, button date picker dialog. Show, where is the dialog? Oh, there we go. Come on now. There we go. Let me zoom in. So we have a date picker dialog, and we create it like this, basically. We've got a context. Let's check out the context from the local context. That's good. We've got a date picker, year, month, and this is probably the selection. Date.value. Okay. This looks a bit weird, so I'm going to... Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, we need the calendar first, I guess. Then from the calendar, we can obtain the year, month, and day. Set the time to today. Get the date, which is going to be a string. We're going to keep the date as a string. Then we initialize the date picker dialog, pass the context. This is probably the formatter. Oh no, this is the selection, I guess. This is the selection. And then we basically set the value of our date to whatever is selected. I don't know what this is. These are probably the rest of the arguments for the date picker dialog constructor. So yeah. And then we have our button that's going to trigger our date picker. Okay. And that's it. Cool. Okay. This looks pretty easy, so let's go. At the top, we got the recurrence, we got the categories. We needed, yeah, we needed the days, the values. So M was like, what was the, can't remember what was like the naming convention when you have like an M. I think it was like something like private. It's going to be an integer. M day, month, sorry, is going to be an integer, and day as well. Okay, and then we want to have the calendar equals calendar get instance. So this is like a singleton. Oh, I was gonna write singleton. Get instance. and then we assign the values. Okay, so m year is going to equal to the m calendar dot get, and then we had the calendar dot field name. Year will do pretty much the same for month and day. Day is day of month, not just month, or like day of month. Okay, we got the values now. Now it's time to create our date picker. Date picker equals date picker dialog. And then we pass the context first, which is defined up here, local context dot current. So let's just like add it here. Import it. Yeah, first we want to add the pass the context. Then we have the change event, I believe. So first is like the instance of the date picker. Then we have the year. Is this correct? Yeah. We have the month. And we have the day of month. So these are our arguments, but we have an issue now because both. Yeah, let's see. This is the. What is the second one? Style rest? No, that is not it. On date set listeners. This is the listener, right? And we got the. Let's see. Selected. Okay, so instead of doing M, we'll do selected year, selected month, and selected just day. It is an integer. Okay, let's like move on and mdate dot value. We already have mdate. Oh, we don't have the mdate. Okay, need to create the state variable. We basically have the year, month, and day of month. So day of month, month, and year. Okay, this is in the previous apps we actually used just like a date data structure. But I'm not sure if we get that here. Let's see, date. Come on. Okay, year, month, and that is basically, yeah, the day of the month. Okay, so we'll do selected year, selected month, and selected day. Now it's deprecated. Allocate the date object. Yeah. What should we use? If the date is deprecated, what should we use? Kotlin date deprecated. The calendar class should be used. I want to save it, right? Actually want to save that. Yeah, like we should be using the calendar Kalian, what is your Mac? It's a MacBook Pro 14 with the M1 Pro, I think, yeah. It's the 14-inch one. This is my work machine. I have a 16-inch one max. That thing is a beast. I don't use it for live streaming as it like right now. Okay, so the idea is there's a local date. Should we use that? Local date? I believe it's the same, right? Local date off. Year, month, and day of month. Okay, we did that as well, but now it's type mismatch. Okay, the local date is a local date, so probably I want to do local date now. So the date is here, but then we got off. What is that? Oh, the API level of 26. The current minimum is 24. Okay. 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 Should we use the calendar or should we really try to make it work with the local date? I'm kind of used to working with like the date object. Calendar, I'm not sure. I mean, we like use the instance here. I can. Is that like a gets a calendar? Okay, gets a calendar using the default time zone. All right. So it is. It's not a singleton. Right, so if I create another one, it's going to be that one. Okay. But wait a minute. When we got this on the date picker, the year, month, and date, right? And these are the current year, month, and day of month. Instead of doing this, why don't we just change the calendar? All right, so like m calendar set the year of the to the selected year, right? And then we can use the m calendar to hold the value, right? Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with the m date as of now. We can do that later, but what we want to do is set the month, sorry, all capitals, and the day of month. Selected day. There we go. So we've got this. We also are gonna need another text button, just like we have on the recurrence. Text button, on click will just show that, and inside we'll have the text. There's the date. Text button, on click. We want to do show. There we go. And then inside we want to have a text. Then we can use our calendar, the m calendar instance, to actually print out the selected date, right? So we can do m calendar dot get, probably. There's a time, week, year, after, clear. Okay. What is that gonna be? That's gonna be the month, I believe, if we're following the US. Slash, we wanna do m calendar dot get calendar day of month slash, and then do the year. And the slashes are not happy, so let's see what we can do. Calendar dot year. Okay, should I escape the slash? No, that turns it into a comment. Oh, I don't have the closing one. There we go. All right, so date is set to 0 right now. But let's wait it. There we go. 0, which means month. Yeah, month starts from 0, I guess. 19th of January, yeah. Needs to be like a +1, but wait a minute. Select that month, +1 probably, right? And also in here as well. So this should be like 1/19/2023. Why do you do it in that format, like month, day, and time? I'm not sure. I'm used to the other one, day, month, and year. Like this is more Western, right? Wait a minute, it's not 1 again. Okay, there we go. Oh, it's green. Let's set it to, I don't know, 13. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Let's try it out into the emulator, but we're gonna debug this because I wanna actually enter in the change listener and see what's up. Okay, are we there? Should be there. No, we're not. Okay, we're opening the picker. 13. Yeah, it does work inside of the emulator. And now we're in the selection. Cool. So if I continue the execution, man, that should have changed. But it doesn't, because it's not a state variable, right? So if Jetpack Compose is something similar to React, for example, this is not going to re-render. So that's why we're not seeing the change in the value here. So that's why this person, where was it? That's why that person actually had a state variable. Because we need a state variable. Okay, so mdate, I'll just do mdate. He's doing the val. Okay, so var mdate by remember mutable state of, and we can do let's just do mday. Is there a way to convert the day like a, I don't know, January or something like that? I want to say day of week, but these are all integers. No, okay, let's just go with day of month. Should we do dots? Should we do dots or dashes? Let's go with dashes. Calendar. Get calendar month. This one should be +1 if I remember correctly, and then dash the year. Calendar. Is there like something like date FNS for Kotlin? The year. Okay, we got the mdate, and I want to say equals to pretty much the same thing. So selected day dash selected month +1 dash selected year, and we'll we won't be doing this then. Now, let's see. Oh, wait. Search for docked date pickers. I think it will be useful if you want to make it similar to the iOS. Docked. Compose. Docked date picker. Okay. Number 1 is the docked date picker. Yeah. Okay. Number 2 is the modal one. Probably the one that we are using right now. Number 3 is the date input, which is like an input with probably with like an input mask. It only allows you to enter a date. And this is like an input that probably opens up the drop down. Okay. Let's see. Date picker, colors, states, plan, yeah. So only the Figma kit is available, but the implementation is MDC. What is material design material components? XML, the XML version, yeah. So that one is available, but for Flutter, no, sorry, for Jetpack Compose, it's planned. So we'll probably won't see it. We've got like the date picker state in terms of classes. I'm not sure how we can... Why can't we like see all of the components that are under the Material 3 package? We got the interfaces and classes, but what about, I don't know. Because components... Do they like make it as classes or they make the composables just as like functions under the hood? Because that's defaults. Yeah. Title, headline. These are the parts of it. Alright, doesn't matter. Let's see. Docked. Date, picker, Jetpack, compose. Yeah, it's probably not... Yeah, it's probably not available just yet. So we'll have to wait for it. Yeah. Okay, what do we got? First we want to style that because it's green, right? Let's see. We've got the M dates, but we also want to add, like, set the text buttons, text recurrence date. There we go. Text button. Not this thing, but this thing. Let's see. See, and we should be finishing pretty soon. Saturday run, I have a meeting. 19 first, like September 2023. See the 13. I believe this is the date that we're looking for, like Monday. You know, like Mon, comma Feb 13, then 2023. That would be cool to... Yeah, that would be cool to showcase. Or just like Feb 13, comma 2023. Or if the year is this year, then we can omit the year and just do month Feb 13. But if we're going back to like November 1st, 2022, then we can remove the day of the week. So we don't really care if it's like Tuesday or Wednesday. We can see it here, but we can add the year to it. Yeah. Aside from this, the date picker should not be able to allow dates that are later than today, right? So we are submitting expenses that should happen today or yesterday or the day before that, right? So we need a max, something like a max date or something like that. Right? Can we, let's see, can we do that? There's a dialogue. Alright, so get date picker, set max date, and that's it. Okay. But we should like, why do we return this? Oh yeah. Good luck with that. Oh wait, get date picker. Date picker, set max date. But that's a property. Get date picker, set, but this doesn't look, this is not Kotlin, man. What am I looking at? There we go. There's the, oh wait a minute, there's the date picker dialog. Min date equals to. Okay, so max date equals to, I can say m calendar, right? Get time, or just time, I guess. No, time in millis. Time in millis, max date. Okay, let's see if this is the solution. If we can select tomorrow, for example. Nice, there we go. We can select the 19. We can select today, but not in future. Okay, this is cool. This is cool. Alright, let's actually push everything and we can wrap it up. Alright, adding pickers and adding pickers in add screen, right? Plus fixing previews, which is super important. Two to-dos. We'll circle back to the to-do in the next episode. Okay, we got it pushed. Let's see. Go to site. There we go. Plus fixing previews. Nice. Okay. Okay. I guess yeah, it was pretty productive, right? we got the pickers working. Next stream, I should look into. Yay, you're here. Next stream, I should look into the view models. I should see what the view models is about, and we can start refactoring the add screen to use view models instead, so we can persist the values. And then we can also continue working on what else? Styling the date picker, at least to like use the primary color, right? And yeah, and I should also check out the sealed classes. Yeah, so we can refactor the recurrences using sealed classes. Sweet. All right, thank you everyone for tuning in. I appreciate it. I'm gonna miss you until Tuesday, so take care. Bye bye.